Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Right to the air. Here is Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Goff on 1st down. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an
And
interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
2 now on 1st down. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st down, Tagovailoa.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Two now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
Here's Mostert.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
extra point, hitting the right upright, but it caroms home, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now it's gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Seven, our score after 1. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Goff on 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Goff on target to Hockenson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 2nd down, Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Goff. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Back to the running game with Swift. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Williams. fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
10 cycles.
Second down. Here's Mostert again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Throwing again on second down. Tua.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Tua. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is DJ Chark. Punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
To throw again on second down, Goff.
Steps away, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's teams, that's how they put them on notice.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Gone. That one complete. He finds Sharp. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Goff now to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st down, gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. The final shot before break here. Gone. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Wilson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
95.
Here's Tua. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end, as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Five yards remain on second down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
From the gun, here's Swift. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Bullock's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. From the gun, a run with Mostert. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
On second and goal. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Trent Sherfield. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Now, this has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Detroit's offense ready to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, Goff. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Here's Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Bullet good on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Tua sets up to pass it. And a completion to Wilson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Here's 2nd and a yard. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Tua to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Tua. Oh, what a catch by Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Back to the running game with Mostert, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. One more time with Mostert. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 28-24, 33 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Now it's gone. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now gone. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Goff now to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.